Royal Bhutan Army. Of these, 5 are gentlemen cadets and 7 are women cadets. This day will indeed stand out as a milestone in the lives of these cadets, who are at the threshold of a noble and prestigious career, which will entrust them with the onerous responsibility to be leaders, standard bearers, and role models for our soldiers, who undoubtedly are the finest in the world. This is an exhilarating moment for the parents of these budding officers whose dreams have come true, having encouraged the entry of their children into the most noble profession of arms.
While you all eagerly await the commencement of the parade, let us take a glimpse of the history of the St. Thomas Mount and the cantonment where the Officers Training Academy is located, situated at the southern entrance of the earlier Madras, now Chennai. The St. Thomas Mount, also known as Parangimalai, has been a mute witness to historic milestones since 72 AD. The historic church atop the mount overlooks the academy and provides serenity to the entire area. The recorded history of the St. Thomas Mount starts with the arrival of St. Thomas, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ, in the middle of the 1st century AD. The apostle attained his martyrdom in 72 AD at the mount, where a chapel was later built by his followers. This chapel was later dedicated to the Madonna of the Mount, our women of expectations.
The army has had a long association with St. Thomas Mount, which is one of the oldest cantonments in India. It was during the British rule in 1774 that the town became a cantonment. The revered mount has been a mute witness to numerous bloody battles and clashes between the French and British forces. This was the very place from where the British started the consolidation of their empire after defeating the French. Ladies and gentlemen, in view of the solemnity of the occasion, we request you to remain seated while the parade is in progress. Please keep your cell phones in switched off mode and kindly do not step onto the parade ground to take photographs.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि परेड और मार्च पास के दौरान कृपया आप अपनी अपनी जगह पर बैठे रहें, अपने मोबाइल फोन्स बंद रखें और कृपया परेड ग्राउंड में फोटोग्राफी के लिए प्रवेश ना करें. Our sojourn into the past will be incomplete unless we touch upon the history of the academy itself. The genesis of the Officers Training Academy can be traced back to the days following the Chinese aggression in 1962, when 2 officers training schools were established in the country, one at Madras and the other at Pune, to make up the shortages in the officer cadre. These courses were designated as the Emergency Commission courses. While the Officers Training School at Pune was closed down in May 1964, the school at Madras was given a fresh mandate. The last Emergency Commission course passed out from here in February 1965. Subsequently, the Short Service Commission courses for the gentlemen cadets, both for technical and the non-technical streams, were instituted. In 1998, this military institution was renamed as the Officers Training Academy. Another significant milestone was achieved in 1992, when this academy started training young women to become officers in the Indian Army. You would be glad to know that since the inception of the academy more than 50 years ago, over 30,046 officers, including 2,661 women officers, have passed out. Besides these, 2 courses were conducted exclusively for cadets from Sri Lanka in the year 1980 and 1981, wherein 74 Sri Lankan cadets were commissioned. Since September 1998, foreign cadets from Afghanistan, Uganda, Lesotho, Fiji, Seychelles, Jamaica, Bhutan and Tonga have also passed out from the Officers Training Academy. Another benchmark of the academy was increasing the duration of training of the women cadets from 6 months to 1 year and bringing their training at par with the gentlemen cadets. The first such course with the common merit list passed out on 21st March 2009 and their passing out parade was reviewed by the then President of India, Srimati Pratibha Devi Singh Patil.
Over the past 5 decades, Officers Training Academy has evolved significantly. The long and arduous journey from 15th January 1963 till date has been marked with sweat and toil, with laurels and glories attained, and a tradition of honor and valor diligently built. Our dedication and devotion to duty, coupled with unflinching loyalty, displayed by the alumni in war and peace. Their deeds of valor and heroic sacrifices all have been aptly recognized and rewarded in the form of the ultimate honor, that is, presentation of academic colors to the Officers Training Academy by the then President of India, late Shri R. Venkatraman, in August 1990.
The color of the academy is French grey and blood red. Grey indicates the strength of steel and blood red background indicates the will to sacrifice. The color symbolizes the living spirit of the academy, representing all that is noble and honorable. Speaking of honor and sacrifice of the men in olive greens, we are reminded of an inscription at the war cemetery at Kohima, which says, "When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today." In a short while from now, Marcus Call will be sounded. As we are all aware, COVID-19 has changed our entire way of living our daily lives. Accordingly, many changes have been imparted in the training as well as in the parade. Today, the cadets will be seen marching smartly with their masks on and maintaining social distance in the contingents. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the markers call, heralding the entry of the markers of the marching contingents. They now emerge through the gate of the fort to take up their respective positions on the inspection line. The parade commander, Academy Under Officer Kumar Roshan, preceded by 2 cadet pilots, can be seen marching smartly towards the center of the drill square, from where he will take position to command the parade. Corporal Pura Kozi and Corporal Nivesh Thapa are both cadets of the junior course who have been specially selected to escort the reviewing officer. They can be seen advancing towards the saluting dais, followed by 2 lancers on horseback. They will take up positions on either side of the ceremonial arch and escort the reviewing officer to the saluting dais. markers are lined up on the inspection line from left to right as you see them. They are Company Sergeant Major Abhijit Tyagi, Company Sergeant Major Arun Fogart, Company Sergeant Major Kulvendra Singh Shekhawat, Company Quartermaster Sergeant Rishabh Chaudhary, Company Quartermaster Sergeant Karan Naik, and Company Quartermaster Sergeant Pratyush Sharma.
The advance call having been sounded, the stage is now set for the contingents to march in. I am sure the parents, friends, and relatives of the passing out Coast Cadets have been waiting with bated breath to witness the impressive and grand entry of these magnificent men and women surging forward in perfect unison through the magnificent fort gate into the Parmeswaran parade ground. Today is a red letter day for all of them. Attired in their immaculate uniforms, matching steps in unison, swinging arms in perfect harmony, heads held high with pride and elan, and their hearts afire with zeal and enthusiasm, the budding officers vow to declare in unison. Not with dreams, but with blood and iron shall a nation be molded at last.
It would not be wrong to say that the predecessors of these young men and women have had a major role to play in defining India's destiny. They have fought in conventional and unconventional wars, be it in defending our own country or even in foreign lands like Somalia, Congo, Sudan, and providing assistance to Sri Lanka and Maldives.
and gentlemen, the Academy Colors, also known as the Nishan, will shortly be brought onto the drill square. The colors, being the reward for collective heroism, have always marked the pride of a regiment. Men have made the supreme sacrifice, displaying acts of death-defying courage and unflinching loyalty to save this piece of colored silk, reverently called the colors. Colors are the symbols that appeal with an irresistible force to the loyalty of those who are beneath their folds and speak to them of the glories and greatness of the past.
देवियों और सज्जनों, अब से थोड़ी ही देर में अकेडमी कलर्स, जिसे कि निशान भी कहा जाता है, परेड मैदान पर लाया जाएगा। ये सामूहिक बहादुरी का प्रतीक है और हमेशा से ही सभी के लिए गर्व का स्रोत रहा है। चिरकाल से बहादुर योद्धाओं ने इसी रेशमी कपड़े के लिए अदम्य साहस का परिचय अपने प्राणों का सर्वोच्च बलिदान देकर दिया है।
As befits the solemn occasion, and as a mark of respect to the colors, the parade will present a general salute with arms. May I request you all to rise. Those in uniform will salute.
देवियों और सज्जनों, निशान के सम्मान में परेड जनरल सैल्यूट देगा। आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि जब निशान को परेड पर सैल्यूट दिया जाए तो कृपया अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं। वर्दीधारी कृपया सैल्यूट करें।
The contingents in front of you represent the companies which have been named after the famous battlefields in India and abroad, where our brave soldiers have proved their mettle. In the contingents formed in front of you, The first contingent from the left is Mactilla Company, commanded by Senior Under Officer Rishabh Purohit. The other appointments are Junior Under Officers Nanki Sethi, Nandishri Harsha, Shashank, and Company Quartermaster Sergeant Nikhil Grak. The second contingent from the left is Philora Company and is commanded by Senior Under Officer Anushri Verma. The other appointments are Junior Under Officers Ankit Kumar Gaur, Inderjeet Singh Sikkarwar, Bir Kanwar Singh Sandhu, and Company Quartermaster Sergeant Akhil Bajaj. The third contingent from the left is Zojila Company and is commanded by Senior Under Officer Shivendra Singh. The other appointments are Battalion Cadet Adjutant Mani Mehtab Dhaliwal, Junior Under Officers Sahil Rai Kashyap, Yamini Gehlot, Ashish Shankar Yadav, and Company Quartermaster Sergeant Harshvardhan Singh Rathore. The fourth contingent from the left is Kohima Company and is commanded by Senior Under Officer Ashok Kumar Kushwaha. The other appointments are Battalion Cadet Adjutant Nishay Narayan J, Junior Under Officers Shikhar Mehrotra, Yogesh Man, Pankaj Singh, and Company Sergeant Major Rohit. The fifth contingent from the left is Naushera Company and is commanded by Senior Under Officer Chirag Khosla. The other appointments are Battalion Under Officer Adarsh Pratap Singh, Junior Under Officers Amanbir Bajwa, Kanwar Sher Singh, Sanjay Krishnanar, and Company Sergeant Major Shubham Thakur. Adding to the consistent good performance by the company throughout the term, Naushera Company added yet another feather to their cap by winning the Best Marching Contingent during the Commandant's Parade on 27th May 2021. The sixth contingent from the left is Jessami Company and is commanded by Senior Under Officer Rahul Tyagi. The other appointments are Battalion Under Officer Ishwar Borse, Junior Under Officers Abhinav Pathania, Nitika Kaul, Damini Prakash, and Company Sergeant Major Himanshu Joshi. At the end, standing smartly, is the Academy Cadet Adjutant Abdesh Katoj.
An impressive tally of gallantry awards of 1. Paramveer Chakra, 8. Ashok Chakra, 10. Mahavir Chakra, 22. Kirti Chakra, 63. Veer Chakra, 119. Shaurya Chakra, and 587 Sena medals earned by the officers commissioned from this academy bear testimony to the valor and dedication displayed by the alumni of this institution. In the recent past, Lieutenant Navdeep Singh, Lieutenant Sushil Khajuria, Major Mukund Vardarajan, Colonel Munindra Nath Rai, Major David Manloon, Major Vibhuti Shankar Dondial, Major Kaustubh Rane, and Colonel Ashutosh Sharma, who passed out from this academy, made the supreme sacrifice in various operations. Lieutenant Navdeep Singh and Major Mukund Vardarajan were awarded the Ashok Chakra on 26 January 2012 and 15 August 2014 respectively. Lieutenant Sushil Khajuria and Major David Manloon were awarded the Kirti Chakra on 25 September 2011 and 9th January 2017 respectively. Colonel Munindra Nath Rai and Major Vibhuti Shankar Dondial were awarded the Shaurya Chakra on 27 January 2015 and 18 February 2019 respectively. Major Kaustubh Rane was awarded the Bar 2 Sena Medal on 7 August 2018. Recently, on 2nd May 2020, Colonel Ashutosh Sharma, Commanding Officer of 21 Rashtriya Rifles, attained martyrdom while successfully rescuing hostages in Chanjiwala, Handwara. He has been awarded Sena Medal for gallantry 3 times, the first Bar 2 Sena Medal being awarded few months before he attained martyrdom, and the second bar posthumously.
The officer on the extreme left, mounted on the Charger Prince, is the adjutant of the Officers Training Academy, Lieutenant Colonel Ashish Jaswal. After completing his initial education from Sainik School Sujanpur Tira in Himachal Pradesh, he joined National Defence Academy Khadakwasla in the year 2002. Academy Cadet Adjutant of his course in Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, Lieutenant Colonel Ashish Jaswal was commissioned into the 14th Battalion, the Dogra Regiment, on 10 December 2005. Lieutenant Colonel Ashish Jaswal has a rich experience of serving on line of control and line of actual control and has actively participated in Operation Rakshak, Operation Falcon and Operation Rhino in Jammu and Kashmir and Northeast. The officer has served as Instructor Class C at Indian Military Academy, Dehradun from December 2010 to December 2012. He has an experience of a foreign assignment at Lebanon for 13 months as a part of United Nations mission. He has also participated in many joint international military exercises and has been an instructor in joint Indo-Myanmar exercise held in India. A graduate of prestigious Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, Lieutenant Colonel Ashish Jaswal assumed the coveted appointment of adjutant of this academy on 5th August 2019. He has been awarded the Chief of Army Staff Commendation Card in the year 2013 for his commendable professionalism while leading a long-range patrol in the icy peaks of Sugar sector. Force Commander Commendation Card for his professionalism in Lebanon while serving with the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, and General Officer Commanding-in-Chief Southern Command Commendation Card in the year 2020. A passionate sportsman, the officer plays almost all the games with distinctive excellence and has played nationals in football and open nationals in squash.
Major General Vikram Kumar assumed the appointment of Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor of the Officers Training Academy on 11th March 2021. An alumnus of the 72nd course of the National Defence Academy, Khadakwasla, the General Officer got commissioned into an armoured corps on 11 June 1988. A second-generation cavalry officer, he went on to command his regiment, the 64th Cavalry, and Staff College, Wellington, and has also attended the prestigious Higher Air Command course at the College of Air Warfare, Sikandrabad. The General Officer has tenated various command, staff and instructional appointments to include Company Commander of an Assam Rifles Battalion deployed in Operation Falcon, Brigade Major of an Armoured Brigade in a Strike Corps, Director, Staff and Coordination in Master General of Ordnance Branch, and Brigadier Quartermaster General of a Strike Corps. His instructional appointment includes Instructor Class C in School of Technical Training, Armoured Corps Centre and School, Ahmednagar, Directing Staff at Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, and Commander, School of Armoured Warfare at Armoured Corps Centre and School, Ahmednagar. The General Officer was awarded the Chief of Army Staff Commendation Card for distinguished service in the year 2014. He is a multifaceted and a vibrant personality with impressive social and leadership skills. He is a well-read professional, magnificent sportsman, and a mentor who ensures professional excellence of men under his command. The General Officer is also the Colonel of the 64th Cavalry since 20th February 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Vikram Kumar, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, Officers Training Academy, Chennai.
In a short while from now, the Commandant of the Academy, Lieutenant General M.K. Das, Bar to Sena Medal, Vishisht Seva Medal will be arriving. Lieutenant General M.K. Das, Bar to Sena Medal, Vishisht Seva Medal, graduated from the Ewing Christian College, Allahabad, and was commissioned into 11th Battalion, Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry on 14 June 1986 from Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. As a young officer, he was fortunate to witness intense action in Sri Lanka during Operation Pavan in 1988-1989, where he was awarded Sena Medal Gallantry. Baptized with operational experience early in the service career, the officer served with distinction in various challenging field tenures in line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, high altitude in the central sector and Arunachal Pradesh, super high altitude in North Sikkim and in the northeast. In between, he also did 1 year cross attachment with 19 Mechanized Infantry, Recce and Support in the year 1992, which gave him an exposure to semi-desert and desert terrain, as also to the nuances of mechanized warfare. Having excelled on the courses of instruction, the officer was posted to Infantry School Mau, followed by a stint in the prestigious Indian Military Training Team Bhutan from 1995 to 1997. After clearing the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, the officer served as Brigade Major of a brigade in the Ditchkamband sector of Punjab, which also included deployment for Operation Parakram. He commanded his parent battalion, 11 Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry, in the challenging counter-insurgency, counter-terrorism environment of Kokrajhar and Dhubri in Assam as part of Operation Rhino from May 2004 to March 2007. The unit under his command was instrumental in signing off the border accord and ceasefire with the National Democratic Front of Bodoland, leading to the creation of Bodo Territorial Autonomous District. The highlight of his command was the award of Chief of Army Staff Unit Citation to 11 Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry, which he proudly received on 15 January 2007. His contribution during command was also recognized with Bar to Sena Medal distinguished on 26 January 2007. Post command of the unit, the officer was posted as Colonel Administration of Officers Training Academy, Chennai, for a year plus in 2007-2008, where he was instrumental in finalizing the key location plan of the institution. After 1 year of the higher command course at the Army War College, Mau, the officer was posted to the coveted appointment of Colonel Military Secretariat Infantry in the Military Secretariat branch from June 2009 to July 2012, where he was awarded Vishisht Seva Medal for Human Resource Management of Officers with Distinction. The officer commanded 9 Sector Assam Rifles, also called Manipur Range, as Brigade Commander and Deputy Inspector General in the sensitive valley area of Manipur from December 2012 to June 2014, and played key role in ushering near normalcy in the volatile state of Manipur by adopting iron fist in a velvet glove. The officer attended the prestigious National Defense College in the year 2015 and thereafter served as Deputy Military Secretariat in the Military Secretariat branch once again. This time with even larger charter of human resource management of the officers of combat arms, in staff and for deputation. The officer commanded 9th Infantry Division, also called Pine Division, in the obstacle-ridden terrain of the plains from October 2018 to March 2020, which also gave him an opportunity to validate integrated battle group concept for the army. After a short stint as Additional Director General, Manpower, Policy and Planning in the Adjutant General's branch, the officer assumed the appointment of Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor and Officiating Commandant of the Officers Training Academy on 29 October 2020. Having approved to the rank of Lieutenant General on 5th January 2021, the officer took over as Commandant of Officers Training Academy, Chennai on 5th January 2021. The General Officer is a well-read professional and is widely regarded as a thinking man with penchant for professional excellence. He believes in teamwork and relaxed efficiency by providing enabling environment to all ranks to give their best in the organizational interest. The General Officer is also the Colonel of the Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regiment since 1st November 2018.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General M.K. Das, Bar 2 Sena Medal, Vishesh Seva Medal, Commandant, Officers Training Academy, Chennai.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a short while from now, the reviewing officer for today's parade, Lieutenant General Yogesh Kumar Joshi, Uttam Yuddha Seva Medal, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Veer Chakra, Sena Medal, General Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Northern Command, will arrive to take the salute. Lieutenant General Yogesh Kumar Joshi, Uttam Yuddha Seva Medal, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Veer Chakra, Sena Medal, was commissioned into 13th Battalion, the Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, bravest of the brave, on 12 June 1982, and later commanded the same unit. An alumnus of the National Defense Academy, Khadakwasla, and a postgraduate from Defense Services Staff College, Wellington. The General Officer has attended the prestigious National Defense College course at NDC, New Delhi. In an illustrious career spanning 38 years, Lieutenant General Yogesh Kumar Joshi has served extensively in a vast multitude of terrain and operational situations in India and abroad. The General Officer caught the imagination of the nation during the Kargil War, with his outstanding leadership under the nickname Joe and led his unit to unprecedented success. The unit covered itself with glory, earning 2 Paramveer Chakras, 8 Veer Chakras, 14 Sena medals, 2 Battle Honours, and the coveted title of Bravest of the Braves. On relinquishing command, the general officer specialized in the Chinese language and was posted as Defense Attaché at Embassy of India, Beijing. The general officer employed his expertise in Chinese affairs to successfully command 114 Infantry Brigade in Tangze, 3 Infantry Division in Karu, and 14 Corps in Leh. He was instrumental in catalyzing the modernization drive of the infantry during his tenure as Director General Infantry. General Joshi has tenated several prestigious instructional and staff appointments, including 3 tenures at the Military Operations Directorate, and has been a military observer at United Nations Mission, Angola. A keen sportsman and hiker, General Joshi is married to Mrs. Ina Joshi, and the couple is blessed with a daughter and a son. Shortly, you will hear the fanfare heralding the arrival of Lieutenant General Yogesh Kumar Joshi, Uttam Yuddha Seva Medal, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, Veer Chakra, Sena Medal, General Officer Commanding in Chief, Northern Command, our reviewing officer for today's parade. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Yogesh Kumar Joshi, reviewing officer of the parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade commander is now moving forward to give the report to the reviewing officer of the parade.
श्रीमान ऑफिसर स्टैंडिंग एकेडमी चेन्नई 10:45 कैडेट प्लेटफॉर्म परेड निरीक्षण के लिए हजरत। पगला कपड़े खड़ा रहा बाकी परेड परेड stop.
motto of the Academy is Serve with Honor, which epitomizes the code of conduct of a soldier in all times and situations. The Academy has honestly and zealously striven hard to inculcate this lofty spirit in every cadet who passes out from this Academy, so that they can live up to their motto even at the peril of their lives. It is nothing but that sense of honor that may bring them back to their feet and send them in a last charge to hoist the nation's tricolor on the most hazardous of mountain peaks. Proudly holding aloft the Academy colors in the center of the parade ground stands the Color Party. The on-sign cadet is Senior Under Officer Lucky Chauhan, flanked by Company Sergeant Major Rishabh Ojha and Company Sergeant Major Joseph Thomas. It is a matter of great honor for these cadets to be carrying the colors. You will notice that the Color Party stands at attention throughout the parade.
The parade ground, or the Parmeswaran Drill Square in front of you, ignites in all of us a feeling of reverence and patriotism. We know of this ground as the sanctum sanctorum of the Academy, where we grasp the essentials of military life, such as alertness, steadiness, precision, and perfection. This parade ground is dedicated to a very gallant son of India, late Major Ramaswamy Parmeswaran, Paramveer Chakra, an alumnus of the Officers Training Academy.
Major Ramaswamy Parmeswaran was commissioned into 32 Independent, later rechristened as 15 Mahar Battalion, the Mahar Regiment, on 16 January 1972 as a part of 12th Short Service Commission Course Non-Technical. He was subsequently posted to 8th Battalion, the Mahar Regiment, prior to units moved to Sri Lanka in 1987 as part of Indian Peacekeeping Force. While serving with 8 Mahar as company commander in Sri Lanka on 25th November 1987, his column was ambushed by the Liberation Tiger Tamil Eelam. During the fierce combat that ensued, he was critically wounded. Undaunted and unmindful of his grave injury, this brave soldier continued to inspire his men and finally breathed his last. For this act of exceptional gallantry, devotion to duty of the highest order, and supreme sacrifice, the nation honored this great hero with the Param Veer Chakra, the highest gallantry award for bravery in the face of the enemy. In that operation, we lost a courageous soldier. A brave heart became silent and still, but not before transcending into posterity and the legendary annals of the history of this academy and our army.
The parade commander is now returning to his position to take command of the parade and lead the marching contingents in front of the reviewing officer. The precise movements as the contingents wheel and march to the famous martial tunes exemplify the training imbibed by the cadets in the grueling 1 year at the academy.
The contingents have started a quick march to the tune Gangotri. Their swords and badges are shimmering in the morning light, pledging everlasting fidelity to our country. On their shoulders will rest enormous responsibilities from this day on. As young subalterns, they will be guarding many a frontier post in the ice-capped mountains, where survival itself is a challenge. Whether it is the numbing cold of the glaciers in the north, the stormy desert frontiers in the west, or the dense forests of the east, these young men and women will safeguard the honor and integrity of the nation, always and every time. It is their duty to ensure the defense of the motherland, which will help the nation to grow from strength to strength. In their minds, they are convinced that they who for their country die shall fill an honored grave. For the glory lights the soldier's tomb, and beauty weeps the brave. Today, the Officers Training Academy proudly boasts of having number of decorated officers amongst its alumni. No less than 4 Mahavir Chakras, 4 Veer Chakras, and 16 Sena medals were awarded during the Kargil War to the officers who passed out from this academy.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सबसे अनुरोध है कि जब निशान आपके सामने से गुजरे तो उनकी गरिमा को देखते हुए आप खड़े हो जाएं। वर्दीधारी कृपया सलूट करें। Contingents are now marching to the tune of the Academy song Roshni, the anthem of the Officers Training Academy. This is the song that instills pride in our cadets and spurs them up to meet the stiff challenges of training undaunted and scale new heights of excellence. The lyrics of this song were written by Major General N. Vishwanathan, the 12th Commandant of this academy, and reads thus: भारत के हम जवान पर्वत के हैं समान, हम देश को उज्जवल बनाएंगे, एकता उमंग वीरता के संग बहादुरी की रोशनी फैलाएंगे। Playing in front of you is the military band of the Officers Training Academy, Chennai, commanded by Subedar Major Basavraj Bhagwati of this academy. The cadets march smartly as the gods look down benevolently upon them, showering them with their blessings. These cadets look forward to a glorious and challenging life in the Indian Army as officers. What awaits them is an opportunity to serve in the most remote locations on the frontiers of our country and mingle with the different people and tribes that together constitute this great nation. सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. We're all familiar with the tune being played by the band. This inspiring tune stirs in every Indian an unmatched patriotic fervor and has motivated many young men and women during our freedom struggles. The weather gods seem to be smiling today as the golden rays of the sun shine down benevolently upon the glowing faces of these young men and women. Moving behind the line of contingents is Lieutenant Colonel Ashish Jaswal, 14th Battalion, the Dogra Regiment, the adjutant of the academy, astride his charger Prince. The adjutant's presence on the horseback is of much significance during all ceremonial parades, since he is the custodian of drill, turnout, discipline, and for imbibing character qualities amongst the cadets. In this task, he is proficiently assisted by the Assistant Adjutant, Major Siddhant Malik of 10th Battalion, the Sikh Light Infantry Regiment, and the drill staff, headed by Subedar Major, Honorary Lieutenant Resham Bahadur Gurung, Vishish Seva Medal of 7th Battalion, the 8th Gorkha Rifles. parade will now march in Samiksha Kram and present a general salute to the reviewing officer for today's parade.
समीक्षा करना बंद से दस दस
The parade has now formed up for the presentation of awards. Towards the left of the drill square, you can see Company Havaldar Major Tikaram Limbu of 7th Battalion, the 11th Gorkha Rifles, drill instructor of the academy, marching smartly towards Mektila Company, the previous term champions. The Chief of Army Staff banner will be returned to the academy by Junior Under Officer Nandishri Harsha of Mektila Company. It shall later be presented to the champion company of this term. The coveted awards being presented to the passing out course are Sword of Honor, awarded to the best all-round cadet of the passing out course. The winner is Academy Cadet Adjutant Abdesh Katoch. Officers Training Academy Gold Medal, awarded to the cadet passing out first in the overall order of merit. The winner is Academy Cadet Adjutant Abdesh Katoch. Officers Training Academy Silver Medal, awarded to the cadet passing out second in the overall order of merit. The winner is Battalion Under Officer Adarsh Pratap Singh. Officers Training Academy Bronze Medal, awarded to the cadet passing out third in the overall order of merit. The winner is Battalion Cadet Adjutant Mani Mehtab Dhaliwal. Chief of Army Staff banner, awarded to the best all-round company of the winter term 2020-2021. The winner is Mektila Company. The reviewing officer will now present the awards to the proud winners. The award winners, Sword of Honor and Officers Training Academy Gold Medal, Academy Cadet Adjutant Abdesh Katoj. Officers Training Academy Silver Medal, Battalion Under Officer Adarsh Pratap Singh. Officers Training Academy Bronze Medal, Battalion Cadet Adjutant Mani Mehtab Dhaliwal. Chief of Army Staff Banner, Meghtila Company.
Proper! Nickel! Hit! Proper! Salute! Proper! Piche! But! Proper! Take!
The reviewing officer will now address the parade.
Commandant OTA, distinguished guests, and proud parents of the passing out course, it gives me great pleasure to be here today to review the parade and address you all as we embark on a journey of valor, wisdom, and service of the nation. The parade I saw today stands out as a superlative demonstration of exquisite military bearing and drill. I see that the fine academy has forged you in fire and polished you like a diamond before you earn the honor of serving the army as young and accomplished officers. The absence of parents is, of course, a dampener. But within the constraints of COVID protocols, you have all adapted so very well to the challenges and put up an exemplary display of military skills. Today, you have completed a very important phase of your professional military education and are going to join the Indian Army. But the journey of learning and growing is a lifelong one. To quote General Patton, wars may be fought with weapons, but they are won by men. It is the spirit of men who follow and the courage of the man who leads that gains the victory. I have seen this happen in attacks on mountain tops during Operation Vijay in Kargil, where my battalion captured many a daunting heights against all odds by sheer dint of courage and bravery shown by Captain Vikram Batra, Paramveer Chakra, and many more gallant junior leaders. You will lead the best soldiers, both in peace and war, and this responsibility will demand the last ounce of your energy and commitment. This profession of arms bestows upon you the onerous task of being the defenders of our country. You will be carrying the sacred trust that the nation reposes in you to defend the territorial integrity and unity of our country in peace and in war, even at the cost of your lives. From today, you become a part of the much coveted officer corps of the Army. When leading troops today, it may be good to remember that even though you lead the team, you are also one of the key players. Rules that are meant for the led also apply to the leader. After all, there is no better form of leadership than follow me. Leading by example would demand from you a very high and exacting sense of purpose and duty, a sincere dedication to your profession, implicit faith in your leaders, and unflinching loyalty to your men, to the Army, and to the country. As officers, the defining character of your leadership would be to take timely decisions and execute them with missionary zeal. After all, a stitch in time saves 9. In future, the influx of information, opinions, and options would enhance exponentially, but it would take the leader who would synthesize all this information and take a decision. Leaders make decisions, and decisions make history. While the professional military education imparted to you here at the Officers Training Academy would ensure institutional education, but then intuitive decision-making would emerge from the concept of autodidactism. President Kalam had once said, "Excellence happens not by accident. It is a process. You have to work hard to achieve it." Victory in battle is not going to be as much about technology, courage, numbers, and superior doctrines, but about quality of leaders, and that too in a relative paradigm. The decision or judgment of the leader has to be better than that of the adversary. Let me emphasize the relationship between emerging technologies and soldiering. Lately, there have been sweeping technological advancements in the form of sophisticated weapon systems, electronic warfare devices, and force multipliers, which have changed the face of conflicts. It is therefore necessary for you to get to know these changes and reorient your mind to fall in line with the emerging trends. As we continue to deal with the COVID pandemic, we are also passing through a difficult phase when our nation is facing natural and man-made challenges threatening its development and integrity. As officers of the Indian Army, you will carry a very heavy responsibility towards your men and units in meeting these challenges. Armed forces, you must remember, are the symbol of national integration and an example to all. We have men from all states, castes, and religion. They eat, live, play, train, and fight together. You have to place your sacred duty to the nation above all other interests and fulfill your oath to uphold the Constitution and maintain the unity and integrity of the country. On the operational front, I must exhort the necessity of jointness in operations by the armed forces. You all must endeavor to think and plan for jointness with other services for conduct of military operations in the new paradigm of grey zone and hybrid conflict. This will propel you to further refine the much-needed integration amongst the armed forces of our nation. I am delighted to see officer cadets from Bhutan who have successfully completed the training. My congratulations to your government and countrymen on receiving such fine officers into the armed forces. I wish you good luck and great strength to always triumph over adversity. I extend my heartiest felicitations to the proud parents and guardians who have motivated the wards to join this noble profession and have witnessed the magnificent display put up this morning on a virtual link. Finally, I wish you Godspeed and good luck in all your endeavors and a very successful and enriching career in the Army. Thank you and Jai Hind.
The academy colours will now be trooped out. Parade will present a general salute to the colours. May I request you all to rise. Those in uniform will salute.
Telegraph! Dynamite! March! Appointment! Dynamite! Set!
The passing out cadets are now all set to take formal leave of this academy. For them, the hour has come to bid adieu to the Officers Training Academy, which has been their home for 1 year. They will come forward in slow march past the saluting dice, taking their final step to the tune of Odd Lang Syne.
Mari, mari, mari! Tira चलते अंतिम पग से गुजरेगा फ्रेंड तलवार को तलवार से तीरा चल
All acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Should all acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne, and surely ye will be your pints too, and surely I will be mine, and we will take a cup of kindness, yet for Auld Lang Syne. This haunting melody of Auld Lang Syne, the lyrics of which were composed by Robert Burns, has never failed to bring back memories to many minds, nostalgia to many hearts, and tears to many eyes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, comes the defining moment, the time for which the solemn ceremony is being held. The passing out cadets will go past the saluting dice in slow march, taking their final step through the ceremonial arch. No doubt, for the passing out cadets, there is a sense of achievement, and for their parents, a sense of great pride. But unheard and unfelt is the transformation and expectation which this occasion demands from each one of them. A momentous occasion indeed, unforgettable and enthralling. I am sure they will forever relive this moment. Even today, all officers experience that nostalgic quiver whenever they hear the tune of Auld Lang Syne, to the strains of which these young men and women pass out from the Officers Training Academy today.
Time and tide wait for none. Yet another group of cadets pass out the academy. They bid adieu to their alma mater, leaving behind memories entwined between the pages of time. Our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of every soldier who made the supreme sacrifice protecting it. To borrow the words of Longfellow, lives of great men all remind us that we can make our lives sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Dear cadets, our prayers will always be with you wherever you go and whatever you do. May you survive many a storm without losing your calm. May you surmount many a challenge with dash and elan. May the sun never set over your ambitions and aspirations. May your days be always filled with sunshine and happiness. In your hour of crisis, may you remember these inspiring lines of Rudyard Kipling. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on, hold on. Yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And what is more, you will be a man, my son. Our parting message to the passing out cadets is, make history if you can. Make a difference which you can. As the batch of cadet appointments approaches the final step, we quote from the treatise of William Shakespeare. All the gods go with you. Upon your sword sits laurel and victory, and smooth success is strewed before your feet. The Adjutant Salute marks the end of the parade. All guests are requested to remain seated till the reviewing officer leaves the parade ground. देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि परेड ग्राउंड से मुख्य अतिथि के जाने तक आप सभी अपने स्थान पर बैठे रहे। जय हिंद।
Service.